Hello everyone, I am Stacy and welcome back to Figuring Out My 40s. I have a few videos so far that I have recorded about dating. I have a getting to know me video, I have a finance video, and then I have a video on growing out my natural hair color, which consists of a little gray. So please feel free to check out those videos on my page as well. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe. So today I am going over my top 10 items or things that I do that help me simplify my life a little bit. So I feel like anyone could use those tips. So I thought I would share at least what has proved to be helpful for me, and maybe you can take some of these away and use them as well. Number one is Alexa, and I use this tool a lot. Mainly I use it for my shopping lists. So I have an Alexa in almost every room. When I have something that I remember I need to buy, I right away have Alexa put it in my app so that I don't forget. So you're in the middle of cooking, you are running low on garlic, and it's as easy as, Alexa, add garlic to the shopping list.
Garlic added.
So then it downloads into your phone app, and when you're at the grocery store, you can shop directly off that list and check it off as you go along. And I will show you a little screen recording of how that works for me. I also use Alexa, of course, for music. Sometimes when I'm cooking and I'm getting bored and I need some music in the kitchen just to kind of keep me motivated, or when I'm cleaning. I also have Alexa in most of the children's rooms, so if I ever need to get a hold of them, I can just drop in on their Alexa and I can tell them that dinner is ready, that it's time to go somewhere, or if I just have a question that I need to ask. I have a few Alexas that have the screens. So my youngest has one that has a screen and I do, so I can also see him and talk to him at the same time as well. Number two are AirPods, and I normally don't get into a lot of the more expensive items that I don't feel are practical. And originally when I had heard of the AirPods, I had tried multiple earphones thinking I really don't need to spend that much money on this product, but yes, I did. These are something that I have with me a lot, and if I lose them, anyone who knows me well knows I go into panic mode until they are found. So it is definitely something that I always love to use. I use them during the workday. I work from home, so I will put these in my ears, just kind of have some background noise because it kind of gets a little quiet working from home. And then of course, when I'm not working, I use them as well just for multitasking when taking phone calls. If I'm making dinner and having a conversation, these are in my ear. If I am doing laundry and I also want that motivational music going, just go around doing my chores, doing my laundry, and then just having that. Also, I don't know if you ever need that moment to yourself of just peace and quiet. Or for me, music is also my peace and quiet, my music. So I will use these because I have twin boys that are 14. I have a 10-year-old son, and our house is pretty loud. So I don't really want to hear what they're listening to on YouTube. I don't want to hear their music. I don't want to hear the TV, or definitely I do not want to hear all three of those things at the same time. And so I will put these in. I will listen to my podcasts, maybe while I'm cooking dinner. I will listen to my music. I will just drown out all that other noise. And for a small moment in time, I have that peace, and I temporarily can kind of forget that there's all these other crazy things going on in my household. Number three is the Notes app in my iPhone, and I use that a lot for scanning documents. As I mentioned, I work from home. So a lot of the times I will scan documents and email them to my work email so that I can upload documents that way. I also use it for personal use, so I will scan recipes and just keep them filed away in my phone. I will also use this app if I need to scan in my children's physical forms for school, and somehow maybe it never got to the correct individual, and I need a backup, and the doctor's office didn't save one, so I have it saved in my phone. Number 4 are planners, and I am a big planner person, so I definitely like to have a physical paper planner. I know that some people like to plan on their phones. That's just not me. I like to use the stickers. I like to have the pen, the paper. I like to just see it and then not have the worry that I'm going to do something and delete it on my phone. So I have a few planners. I have a Clever Fox budget planner that I use. I also use the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app, but this is kind of just something that I look at every once in a while. Not every day like I do the app, but this is kind of just like an overall planner of future goals that I want to accomplish, things that I want to save for, maybe bills that I have due. So I do use this. I also have the Spaces planner, and this was new for this year, and it's not cheap. I want to say it was around $50, but I've tried out a few different planners, and I feel like not every planner is a one size fits all. So I've kind of found what works for me. I like to plan, but I also don't like to feel overwhelmed. So I need to find how, for me personally, to use a planner so that it is something that I use as a tool, but something that doesn't get me too overwhelmed. So in this planner, I will also show you a little bit more, a separate screenshot here, but it has, but in this planner, it is laid out with the month. It's dated. I added a few stickers here and there, but it is kind of sectioned out. Each week has 2 pages dedicated to that week, and it is in categories. So there's a personal category, a housework category, errands category, health, and relationships. And then I've found different categories that I've added that make my life a little easier. I will put kind of like a meal planner category so I know what meals I'm preparing for the week. I have normally a kids section that has things that are going on with them and different activities or things I want to remember. I normally have a finance section that I have. So it definitely is just something that you can personalize to what works for you. But I like this because I kind of just brain dump here, kind of on Sunday to plan for the next week. And I just know different things that I want to get done. But I also have a daily planner that was $5 that I got at Aldi's. And this is kind of my main planner. So as I mentioned, I have a lot of planners, but it works for me. And as I said, everything's going to work differently for everyone else. I also add some fun stickers to these, but just to kind of get a clear page. This has undated days of the week. So I will put specifically for that day, maybe appointments that I have, things that I need to get done. So I have my weekly for things that are for the week that I need to get done, and then my daily is what days I'm going to carve out and actually complete those tasks. So for me, having one thing for everything was just too overwhelming. I want to know what I want to do, but I also want to have clean pages and not just a huge list that makes me feel like it's just overwhelming and I'll never get it accomplished. So I would just recommend trying a few different things out and then just seeing what works best for you. Number 5 is a simple concept and something that you probably have on hand for parties anyway, but using paper plates and plastic cups and silverware, not all the time. I know it's a waste, but on those days that you are behind, you are stressed, you have a lot of activities done, your dishwasher is full, your sink is full, and you just have too much going on in your space. So if I am out of plates and I am busy, you grab a paper plate, you grab some plastic cups, and then I will catch up with you. I don't think there's any shame in that. Number 6 is grocery pickup, and I have done this for quite some time. Recently, I have changed my grocery shopping around, but I definitely used grocery pickup a lot when I felt like there was, again, also a lot going on. I, for some reason, take super long in grocery stores because I kind of just get lost in them by an overwhelming amount of decision making. So for me, I would plan out my meals, plan out what I needed, plan out my lists, and I would just pull up to curbside and let them load my car for me with all of my groceries. So that saved me a lot of time. So on days where you can't make it to the grocery store, there's a lot of stores, of course, that offer that service, and I definitely took advantage of that. Number 7, and this is newer to me, is buying in bulk. So I have a video, I'll link it below, that talks about my budgeting and planning. And before, I didn't really have that extra wiggle room in my budget to buy in bulk. And I always knew that it probably was more practical. I have 3 boys that constantly eat, and I knew that it would be a much more convenient way of shopping for me. But I had budgeted down to every single penny every single month to meet my financial goals. I'm finally there, and now I have rewarded myself with a Costco membership. So I definitely do enjoy shopping now at Costco. I buy a lot of the bulked meats and separate them. I have more things on hand now. Instead of just buying one thing that I need, I will just buy a few of them, because then I don't have to constantly keep on running to the store to restock my supply. So that definitely has made my life easier, and I've really liked that. But that warrants number 8, which is a deep freezer. So if you have shopped at Costco or a Sam's Club or some type of bulk store, you will know that it's hard when you come home to find the space to put all those things. So I invested in a deep freezer for my basement so that when I come home and I separate out all my meats, that I have a place to put them. So this is definitely made my life more simple. I know that I have for a month enough meat to have ground meat. I can make tacos, which is a weekly thing around here. I know that I always have some chicken breasts on hand, which also is another meal that we are always making. So that has definitely simplified my life. Number 9 is to just have on hand the really cheap 99-cent dessert items. So when we go shopping, I really don't bulk up too much on the dessert items, because if I do, they're still going to be gone in 3 days after I've gone shopping. So it's not really saving me unless I've hidden those items, and I have known to do that. But they always somehow find my hiding spots, and then I'm starting to run out of ideas. But for the days that we have no snacks on hand and I really don't want to run to the grocery store just to get the snacks, I will just be able to quickly make a boxed brownie, some package of chocolate chip cookies, or some muffins. So it definitely saves us on those days that someone has a craving, and that someone is a lot of the times me, when you need your chocolate fix and there's nothing in the house, and that's your emergency stash. And finally, number 10 is an air fryer. We use our air fryer a lot. And if I could, I would buy another air fryer and have 2 air fryers, just because we use them so much. It's simple for the twins to just be able to throw in their French fries, their chicken nuggets, their chicken patties. It's super easy. It's something that they can do, and I'm not scared they're going to burn the house down while they're using it. And it's just quick. It's super quick, simple, easy. We make everything in there. We make our chicken breasts in there. We cut up steak and have steak bites in there. We try everything in there that we can. So I hope that a few of these items are useful to you, and maybe that you can use them in your household to simplify your life as well. I know around here it is a one-woman show, and anything I can do to make my life more simplified, I'm definitely going to try out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below if there are any things that you do in your life that make your life more simplified. I would love to know. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to keep on checking back.